So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash.
Oh, Henry! It's the coach, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, the big man, Derrick Henry, fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storyline. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going up top. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The reception good for 7. It's third down. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. The open man is Smith.
They They brought in the heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Set, 60 or. Set, go. Ready, go. Set, go.
A first down carry for Henry. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
On second down now, it's Vaughn. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They'll set up a throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We're going to talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So here are the Chiefs now as they get set for their opening drive. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on speed other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go, G, get up.
Burst by him near the 35. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there, get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you've got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played. Downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And the kick by Butker is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and we get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Let's go, baby.
And the Titans getting set to go. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
It's just me and you now.
2nd and 11. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. They'll run on 1st down. Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play call, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Let's go. Change to some. Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
They'll look to throw here. They set up the screen for Henry. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Chiefs bring pressure, and they block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Touchdown, Chiefs!
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Not only did they block it, the awareness to go and grab it and then take it into the end zone for 6 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Such a valuable commodity to have a tight end who can run and get open. How about what he just did there? Worked his way from right to left across the field and found his way free.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, it's Henry, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot, excellent coverage, didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Ready. 60-yard.
10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports.
Down. 18 Gator. And what's the ball? Kill. Now.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Complete. It's Henry. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
And his kick is indeed good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe. I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They try and bring the pressure, but he still gets off a good one. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you press it a little bit. This might be the case.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. 31 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And down inside the 15 he goes. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. They'll set up to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the third time tonight. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Get ready. Slam.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. On 3rd down, Posey. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returning it is Moore. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
They haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, and it's 3rd and 5. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Now back to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. And remember, he had his first punt blocked. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
We often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they'll search for that patience here now. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Mahomes on to the 33-yard line here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Mahomes now to throw, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. And an alley to run. He may try and run for this. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Butker able to put this one through. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Back to throw here. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the second quarter. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now here's Mahomes. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grab the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to them about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
The extra point up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it was the visiting Ravens who were able to come in and take this one on the road. 31-14, the final. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Jameis Winston, excellent in the victory, as his guys run their mark to 4-2 on the year. And one final game to highlight. It's Monday Night Football, and they've got a good one this week between the Minnesota Vikings and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs' offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Throwing is Mahomes on third. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Running from the gun with Henry. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They'll run it again with Henry. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Now here's Michael Dixon. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. Watch out for Hill on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And he fires one, but incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Go now. 90 Wolf. Ready, go. Ready.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Gets it up past the 10 with a nice move. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. They go quickly here out to Moore. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop. Let's go, D.
They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
Rush comes and they block it. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. In for the score. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front.
There are plenty of ways for a special teams coach to get excited. And when you block a punt into the end zone and recover for a score, yeah, he's going to be jumping up and down a big way.
And as a punter, you know that that clock is ticking. He just didn't get it off in time. Butker now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So the very rare blocked punt, scooped and returned for a touchdown. What an exciting play. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. He'll look to throw.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Titans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans have once again taken the lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. On second down now, Posey, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Yellow, I'm going out 80, 54, white 54. Check.
On 1st down, Posey. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They begin with Henry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, While at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now here's Michael Dixon, and he's had all kinds of problems just getting punts off so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. Oh, and now some space to operate. Fights free yet again. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And the busy night for Henry continues. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. With that last effort, He has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
And this one is right through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons able to record his 5th sack of the season. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy. Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Here's Moore on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Derrick Henry. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Chiefs on third down. They've been stymied left and right. Converted only one time. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. And after all that, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Out, 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 out. Get it. Right.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And 2 stop. 2 yards on the pickup. Ready?
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's caught by Smith. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Henry. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. It's caught. Smith. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down by 12. 1:52 to play. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On 3rd down, Posey, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. On 2nd down, Posey. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it.
But not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Titans, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they dipped to 2-5 now with the